Crown Zenith Elite Trainer boxes have finally hit $100. For how much this set has been reprinted, I didn't think it was going to hit $100 this quickly, but it has run up a ton. The cards have run up a lot, and now the products have run up as well, and we're sitting at $100 in Elite Trainer box. And when you really think about in the past, few years that this set has been released, now it's officially like 2 years old. There's been so much product of Crown Zenith, and the fact that it's at this price now is absolutely insane. Guys, the Elite Trainer boxes got reprinted pretty heavily. Tins got reprinted pretty heavily. Booster bundles got printed pretty heavily. Sea and Sky boxes, like all these products, even mini tins, everything. There was so much available at retail for so long. And honestly, guys, whenever I go to Walmart or Targets, especially Walmart, I still see Crown Zenith product on the shelves. I don't know how it's still on the shelves, but those are the products I still see. I don't know why it's specifically Crown Zenith, but this set has been printed so much. And to see that it's actually hit $100 now is kind of insane, because if you were here when the set was released, and then a year after the set was released, guys, this was during a time where Pokemon wasn't extremely popular. It was towards the end of the whole, 2021 boom thing. This never got expensive. You guys got to understand that it never got expensive. This is at an all-time high. Like, I think it peaked maybe at 60, 70 bucks, but then it got reprinted and it hit like, I think high 30s, mid 30s. Like, that's how badly this got printed. And it was always a good set. Like, no one ever said that it was a bad set. Like, that was never said about this. However, it was never really talked about as a really good opportunity as an investment, because it was cheap for so long. It is only until recently people have really been talking about Crown Zenith because it has been going up. But back then, when this is 35, 40 bucks, this wasn't talked about that much. But now it's $100, and a lot of people are talking about Crown Zenith. Now, when you look at Crown Zenith being $100 on the trainer box, and now the set is officially 2 years old, it's really not that expensive if you really think about it. Because look, Elite Trainer boxes, they're $100, right? This set is pretty much exactly 2 years old now. If you look at the value in the set, obviously the cards have run up a lot recently, but it has a lot of depth. You can see here there's 3 cards above $100, one card being over $200, which is the Giratina. And other than these, there's a ton of other secondary chases. And guys, the pull rates in the set are not difficult. Look how many chases there are that are decently valuable. So this set, honestly, in my opinion, even Elite Trainer boxes running up a ton recently, you can see here, it's still pretty cheap in my opinion for what you can pull, and also pull rates being pretty easy. Because I'm going to give you an example here. 151. 151 is what? A little bit over a year old. Elite Trainer boxes are $175. This is what? $75 more expensive than Crown Zenith, and Crown Zenith is almost a year older. And look at the prices of the cards in 151. If you look at the prices, look, Charizard, it's a little bit more expensive than Giratina, but every other card is cheaper than these other top cards in Crown Zenith. Now, the thing that, 151 has going for it is, it has a little bit more depth. You can see here if you scroll down. It does have more cards that I guess in the 20s and 30s range than, Crown Zenith, but Crown Zenith does have more of the top chase cards. But, what is going to carry 151 and why I believe it is more expensive than Crown Zenith, even though it has cheaper cards, is just because this is 151. It brought a lot of people back into Pokemon, and also products didn't get reprinted like crazy into the ground like Crown Zenith, because like I said, Crown Zenith, guys, if you guys were here a year ago, there was so much Crown Zenith everywhere. It was like, honestly, at the time, I know it sounds crazy saying it now, the product was like worthless almost because it was so cheap forever. It's just now it's gone up. Like, and I'm telling you, you can still find them at retail, in stores. Like, I'm able to find collection boxes, some of these other products in stores still. That's how badly this got reprinted. However, with 151, we did see those restocks from Walmart, Target, Costco, but it never really got huge like reprints where a lot of stores got products to be able to sell. Crown Zenith really got that. And 151, since it didn't get that, we see product prices being where they're at now. But if you really consider all the factors, Crown Zenith, even though it's $100, it's not that expensive because of the value in the set. And Crown Zenith is honestly I would say, pretty iconic set in Sword and Shield. Like I said, people weren't talking about this set much as, an investment opportunity when it was cheaper. But now that it is being talked about because it's more expensive, I mean, you know, even at this price point, let's say you did just get into Pokemon now, right? Let's say you weren't here when Elite Trainer boxes were in the 30s. Well, honestly, this is not getting printed again. I think we can all sort of agree on that, right? Even at $100, even though it's hit an all-time high just recently, this is not that expensive. Because in a couple years from now, I mean, if you look at the value in the set, this is a very fun set to open. It's actually a set that a lot of people like to open because you can actually pull a lot of the chase cards. And this set, honestly, in my opinion, has no bad cards. Like, when you look at the artworks, guys, there's literally nothing in here that is, like, bad. Like, seriously, like, every single card in here is, like, crazy. You got evolutions, you got other, like, legendary Pokemon. You got everything. Like, literally everything here is really, really good. So, it is just surprising because I was here when Crown Zenith was so cheap and nobody wanted it, and now that it's finally at this point, it's interesting to see that, and it's interesting to see people all of a sudden talk about this just because it's run up when it was so cheap forever. And like I said, Crown Zenith, even though it has run up, I still think this as a longer term, investment opportunity. I don't think it's that expensive. I could see this being a $200 Elite Trainer box in the future, obviously at some point. Because, I mean, 151, obviously, like I said, it's a little bit different because just the name itself, it's going to have that sort of premium because it, brought a lot of people back into the Pokemon hobby. It's more iconic of a set than Crown Zenith just because of the name and everything. But the fact that this can be $175, and if you look at card values and you look at Crown Zenith, I think $100, this is a pretty good value still for what's in the set and the pull rates. It's an extremely fun set to open. I think people in the future will also want to open it even though when it gets more expensive because you can pull a lot of good cards. It's not that hard to pull stuff in the set. So, I don't know if there's still Sea and Sky boxes out there, at Sam's Clubs and stuff, but maybe check. Maybe some Sam's Clubs still have them. I don't, at this point, a lot of them might be sold out at places, but, if that's still around, Crown Zenith, now that Elite Trainer boxes are what, $100? That's $10 a pack. Obviously, loose packs are going to be cheaper. But if you can find those Sea and Sky boxes or you still have them, you were able to buy them at $3 a pack. So, Crown Zenith seeing this skyrocketing in price thing is pretty crazy to see, because it's been so cheap for so long. And people are finally talking about this set. And even though it's run up, if you've gotten to this point and maybe you're thinking about buying some Crown Zenith, I don't think it's going to get much cheaper because, I mean, it has had a big run up, so maybe it won't get a lot more expensive maybe in the near future, but I don't see it getting any cheaper. So if you are still thinking about buying Crown Zenith as an investment opportunity, I think it's still there. It still has the value, and I don't think it's that expensive. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Crown Zenith. Are you holding on to Crown Zenith as a long-term investment? Are you buying any now? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.